Hello, welcome to Adventure Quest with Tarot. I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, using tarot to help you do the inner work, heal yourself, and create the life that you truly deserve and want to live. Well, let's get some cards out and see what the guides want me to talk about today. Stick around because there will be a fun quest to do in order to lock this advice in. So the cards that came out, I've got the Three of Emotions. I carried on shuffling because I wanted to know more. And we got the Queen of Swords, sorry. Now, Three of Emotions is all about other people. It can sometimes, as a reader, I'm a psychic as well as a tarot reader, so a lot of things come through. I'm not just reading the cards, I'm reading the energy. And sometimes the Three of Emotions for me can have, or Three of Cups can have a quality of like gossip or people not doing the best by you, people that are around you that kind of, it has like a peer pressure or a group speak kind of thing that's not necessarily good for you. You know, when people band together and gossip. Anyway, it's got that feeling at the moment. And the Queen of Swords, she draws a boundary to that. She's very clear. So this might be saying, if you hear people gossiping around you and you don't want to be part of that, because let's face it, if you hear people gossiping when your back is turned, they're going to be gossiping about you too, because if that's what they do it to everybody, right? And so if you don't want to get involved in that, you might just want to say, like, I don't want to be a part of this. I don't want to hear this kind of talk or something like that, instead of just removing yourself. Interesting guidance. Well, let's get more out. What are the lessons around this? So drawing up a boundary in some kind of a way to that. We've got the Fool energy here along with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so the lessons around this. The Fool energy is about stepping into something new. It's taking a leap of faith. It's like striking out by yourself as well into the unknown. If you have to walk away from people, and we do have a lot of that energy around this time, we've got massive change going on, and this month is kind of the start. Well, it's not the start of it, it's already started, right? But on a personal level, this month, March, April, are going to be big on the personal front of a shift, you know, maybe moving locations, moving workplaces, moving friendships as well. And so we've got fate being involved here with the Wheel of Fortune, but you need to strike out by yourself, perhaps not caving into that peer pressure that I was feeling or that gossipy kind of thing, and then striking out alone. You won't be alone for long, you will find your people. So in other words, the lessons that come up is you taking a stance and then being brave in that, and fated connections are coming in as a result of that. So don't be putting up with behavior that you don't like just because you don't think there's anyone else around, you know. Strike out by yourself. Okay, so what next? How to get into alignment with these energies. How to get into alignment. Seven of Materials. Invest your energy into something else as well. And so just, what is the energy that we invest? Well, we invest our time, we invest our energy, our thoughts, you know, the practical things that we do, and we invest our money, we invest, what else? All of those things we invest. Seven of Materials is about being strategic about that. It's about noticing where you invest your time and your energy. And so if this gossipy kind of stuff, peer pressure stuff is going on around you, and you find yourself thinking about it too much, so even though you've distanced yourself from them, you're just thinking about it for the rest of the day, well, that's you investing your energy into the wrong place, right? It's like walk away and then invest your mind energy into something else. Two of Inspiration, because you're at a crossroads right now, and it's not just a crossroads of choosing whether to be around people or not. What this is saying is, to get in alignment, you don't just leave something behind and then think about it all day and get annoyed at it, because that's not leaving it behind. You might as well just stay around gossiping with them if you're going to do that, because your energy is still with them. You see, it's like that old, I can't remember what the story is now. Was it two monks walking along, and then there's a lady that wants picking up. She wants one of the monks to pick her up. And anyways, and take her across a river or something like that. One of the monks picks her up, takes her across the river. I'm probably really messing this up. And then he puts her down on the other side. And this, I don't know, she wasn't grateful or something like that. The other monk says, why did you do that? You know, because she wasn't grateful and you shouldn't have done it for her. And then the first monk said, oh, are you still carrying her? I put her down on the side of the river. And so that is what I'm talking about here. Be careful of your boundaries leading you to still thinking and investing your energy into that old situation that you've walked away from. It's not enough to walk away from it and keep it inside of your mind bothering you. You have to walk away and then invest your energy into something positive. I mean, the ego is going to come up, you know, it's going to keep on reminding you, but you just need to keep on redirecting yourself to putting your energy into something positive instead. The expansion that's available today, the High Priestess, is trusting your intuition. Interesting. So around this whole situation, you probably had intuition a long time ago. And if you didn't listen to that intuition and take action on it, you might have carried on being a part of whatever this group is, this gossipy kind of peer pressure energy, and it's not benefited you. And so the expansion that could happen today is you perhaps committing to listening to your intuition next time, so you don't even get yourself into those positions and around those people in the first place, or letting them in too far into your life anyway, because people like that are everywhere, right? I've got acquaintances that are like that, and yeah, I consider them friends, but not close friends. I wouldn't trust them with my secrets. I wouldn't go to them and divulge many things at all. I can hang around with them, having a good time with them sometimes, which I do, but I'm not pretending or telling myself that I can, you know, they can be a really trusted friend. They can't be that, and that's okay. They can be themselves. They can exist, and they can be in my life too, but not too far into my life, right? And so that's where my boundaries are. And then if one did a few weeks ago, when she was very drunk, try to get me into some gossip. She's trying to tell me about people that are gossiping about me. She was saying, you'll never believe what people are saying about you, Claire. And I said to her straight, look, I don't want to know. I'm not interested in it. I'm not interested in what they're saying about me. And she kind of stopped, but I could tell that she still wanted. And then she started gossiping about someone else. And I said, I just don't want to know about that either. And look, I'm not interested in gossiping about people. It's not my thing. You know, do that with other people. You won't be doing it with me. So those are my boundaries. So you might be wanting to think about your boundaries around things like this as well, because it's not good energy, and it dissipates our energy that we could be putting into something really good in our lives, something really productive, something really positive in our lives. So your mission, should you choose to accept it for today, after all of that guidance. Well, it's all about the world. End of a chapter, start of a new chapter. So the world card, it represents completion, the end of a chapter, and stepping into your power, starting a new chapter off. And so the quest for today, should you choose to accept it, first of all, I want you to recognize the toxic influences that are in your life. Notice them. This isn't about being judgmental. You don't need to stop yourself from being judgmental. It's about being discerning. Notice what's toxic to you. Now, there's some things that are toxic to you that aren't toxic to me. There's some things that are toxic to me that aren't toxic to you as well. It's very much on an individual basis, depending on what we're cool with and what we're not cool with, and what we've developed in ourselves and what we haven't yet. So this is completely based on you, rather than what other people are telling you is toxic behavior. It's what you personally feel is toxic behavior to you. Yeah. So this isn't about calling people out on being toxic, because those people are probably not toxic to someone that's just like them, right? People can be toxic to us, but not labeling them as a toxic person. So writing down all of the toxic influences in your life. And step 2 is setting a boundary for yourself. It's not a boundary with these people so much as a boundary for yourself. So boundaries for yourself would be something like, I'm not going to hang out with those people when they're in that gossipy state, right? So it's a boundary for you, an action that you're going to take to distance yourself from it. And so for each of the toxic elements in your life, create a boundary for yourself, what you're going to do differently in those situations. And then to let go of the feelings and the going back over that toxic behavior or that annoyance, which is something, a pit that we can kind of fall into, is thinking too much on that. I mean, there is a time and a place, you know, for thinking on toxic behavior so that we can recognize it again, so that we know about it. But beyond that, beyond once we've figured it out, how to recognize that, we shouldn't be thinking about it anymore. And so redirection is best then. So redirect yourself to something else. Think of something positive in your life that you want to create, something that you want to do, something that you want to invest your energy, your time, your thoughts into. And whenever you catch yourself thinking about that annoyance or that toxic stuff again, bring yourself back. Have that thing, that focus that you want in the forefront of your mind, perhaps on post-it notes around the house, to bring yourself back to. Remind yourself when you catch yourself in those ruminations, bring yourself back to that point of focus. And you'll only have to do that perhaps for a couple of days to make it into a habit, to bring yourself to that positive focus. And then, of course, finally, addressing the part of your intuition that you didn't listen to in the first place. Because generally, when we first meet people, we have a feeling about them. But we can be too generous, and we can just override that feeling that we have about someone and give them the benefit of the doubt, perhaps see them in a more positive light than they actually are, and let them into our lives. And perhaps you shouldn't be doing that, because we don't need to give our lives away and our energy away to other people that are going to be toxic to us. There are plenty of people on this planet, plenty of people that are going to be aligned with you. Don't waste your time on people that aren't aligned with you. Have better boundaries with yourself, says the World card. Well, there you go. That is the quest for today. And I do encourage you to do these quests rather than just listening to me and then just carrying on living your life as you usually live it. Well, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click that subscribe button if you're new, leave me a comment as well. All of that stuff really helps me out, so thank you so much for doing that. Now, if you'd like even more quests, even more fun quests, then visit my website behealing.com. When the window pops up, put your name and your email address in there, and you'll be on my free course, which is 6 fun quests for next level self-love. So I hope you enjoyed those too. Have the best day ever. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.